Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Marielle, and today I'm going to be reacting to something completely different on the channel. My friend suggested it. How to beat every trap in Jigsaw. Now, if it was up to me and for whatever reason I did bad things in life and I got caught by him, I would not. No, I would not fight that hard. I would just be like, you know what? Cool. This is where it ends for me, because those traps are just not it. It's way more painful. I'm completely good on it. And then, yeah, I've seen the movies. Anyways, let's get right into it. Let me know if you guys would survive the traps.
There's no nightmare fuel worse than being in one of Jigsaw's traps. If he picked you for one of his games, what would you do? In this video, I'm going to break down how to beat every single one of his traps and the mistakes you should avoid, starting with the 2017 movie Jigsaw. And somewhere in a dark room, a countdown has reached 0, and 4 people wake up. And they realize the only way...
You see, like that one, I'm good. Just let me die, because that, no.
out is through a door of saw blades, until they hear the voice of a man, and he's speaking directly to them. They must now play a game. All that's required is a blood sacrifice. And with that ominous warning, their chains start pulling them towards the spinning blades. If I were in this room, I'd be absolutely terrified. But they aren't wasting time by resisting.
In any
because
room.
This trap is possible to escape with some quick thinking and strategy. Now, he didn't say it needed to be your blood, so you might think to push someone into your door's blades, which is super cold-blooded even for me. But the room is being monitored, and there's no way to evade any potential consequences. So cheating isn't a great option here. One woman has an epiphany. She walks towards the spinning blades and cuts her arm. Immediately, a green light flickers on her helmet, and the blades on her door stop in place. She figured it out quickly. But first, I would definitely be trying to cut the chains with the saw. Only if that fails is it time to think about where to cut yourself. Your limbs have vital arteries and are important for mobility. And if you think a finger will do the trick, you'll find it hard to avoid cutting a flexor tendon, as the margin for error is as little as 3 millimeters. The others follow their lead and cut themselves as they're dragged to the next room. But the last man is in for a rude awakening, as he's too late to open the door. This was a mercy kill compared to what's awaiting.
And my thing is about like the movies, there's always that one person that is just not like listening. They're like to logic either. Because they'll see everybody else get out, but then they're still freaking out, which is logical because, you know, you're scared and you're about to die. First off, that guy that just died, he's already started off at a disadvantage. Everybody woke up and sun was still knocked. Like, I don't know. I would freak out too, but I think seeing everybody else kind of understand the situation and figure out a way to go through it, I wouldn't have died in that moment. But rest assured, every other moment I would, like in this room, the next one, when they are trapped in that and the stuff starts falling, I'm dead. Best believe. Because I will dodge one, but then when I move to dodge, I'm gonna get hit. Best believe.
Them next in this room. Meanwhile, a body has been found wearing the same distinctive bucket. In the autopsy, 2 medics find a jigsaw-shaped cut in the man's skin, the calling card of the legendary Jigsaw killer, John Kramer, who's been dead for 10 years. The lead doctor pulls out a chip from the man's wound, revealing that there are 4 more people left in his trap. The survivors who made it past the first stage try to figure out what is going on and why they've been chosen, and they realize they've been chosen for past sins. But it's time to focus on what matters. This is a game, and games can be won. You have a critical moment here to plan ahead for what's to come. If you're not checking the environment for tools that can help you, then you're wasting your time.
Yep.
This place is loaded with useful tools. The teeth of the pitchfork could be put through the chains to stop it. You could also use the hoof nipper to break the camera. Suddenly, the winches start pulling them forward.
But what is
the first
considered
instinct
cheating?
is to quickly wrap a chain around a sturdy object, but it likely won't be enough. Your best chance is to cross your own chain around the winch and into a knot, so that as it tightens, it pulls on itself and jams, and the knot wouldn't be able to move through the wheels. One guy spots a tape recorder and grabs it, causing the winches to break off, except this is a setup for the next trap, to be hung from the ceiling. 3 syringes drop down, all marked with numbers. The tape recorder has a message saying a purse snatcher has been poisoned, and only 1 syringe has the antidote. The others have saline or a deadly acid. Their only clue is a question. What is the value of a life to you? Luckily, the blonde's guilty expression is all the proof they need to know that she's the thief. The problem? She isn't willing to take the shot. Now, with that being said,
I mean, would
there might be
you?
a way to outsmart this. An acid will burn, twitch someone's skin or supply blood to test the compounds. If you experience itching, rashes, or skin necrosis, you may be able to eliminate it, allowing you to confirm by the taste of salt that one of the remaining two really is saline solution, revealing the last syringe as the antidote. If the lesson he wants to shame you with is that life is worth very little to you, then the lowest number of 3.53 could be guessed correctly as a monetary value, saving everyone from a bad case in the Mondays. Instead, the bearded man stabs all three syringes into the blondie, and they're finally set free. They all watch in horror as the acid eats her face to a leaky pulp. The guy in plaid checks the antidote syringe, finding a sequence of numbers inside, and uses them to successfully unlock the next door, which is great. But what about the windows? I would
Right.
stack the bales of hay to get up and see if I can break free. But sure, let's just walk into the next trap.
Because then you can use the
They might be
tools
safe for
that were in
now,
the room.
but another brutal trap awaits them through this door. I would take precautions here. We should survey the room before leaving and grab what we can, because it might prove useful and you simply don't know what's next. The last door is mechanized, so jamming the door with this wheelbarrow could keep it open long enough for them to retreat when things go horribly wrong. They don't stop to consider any of this as the door slams behind them, forcing them inwards
would
to face
you?
the next twisted confessional. But I'm such a coward, you're gonna have to drag me out of the first room. Now this room is suspiciously void of traps, but you can guarantee there's one somewhere. But it's not time to break out yet. Find the trap first without setting it off. By cautiously investigating the area, they'd find a great vantage point for the sides here, exposing the trap beneath the floorboards. Then, it's time to find the camera and break it, giving you enough time to avoid the trap and break down the door with the tools inside. But this guy doesn't care much for planning, as he falls through the floorboard and right into the trap. Breaking through the floor with a shovel, they find a tape recorder. He finally grabs it, and they play it back. Pull the lever, and everyone goes free. I would try to get him out by attaching these chains and hooks on the pulley wheels, pulling to reverse the trap and give enough slack to pull his leg out. But this wouldn't work because I'm not on steroids. My very average strength
Right.
probably won't match the pulley's force. A better method is to find something heavy enough to use as to help relieve the tension of the wire. There are tons of heavy objects in this room, and if you can figure out the leverage needed, it might be enough. Suddenly, all the lights go out, except for the one in the silo. Together, they walk inside and find a TV remote hanging on a string. With no other options, they grab it, immediately locking them in. The TV turns on, announcing that this guy must pull the lever to save their lives, but might lose his leg as a result. And in that moment, the silo begins to fill with grain. Okay, let's take another look.
Okay.
This is obviously a trap, so maybe take the doors off the hinges before entering in case you need to bail. But they've made this harder on themselves. Grain entrapment is no joke and takes only 22 seconds to be completely submerged.
Whoa.
Desperate as it might seem, I would wrap my shoelaces around my hands and weave them through holes in the iron mesh to stay on top of the grain. Also, dispersing weight across the grain makes it harder to get sucked in. It's not a permanent solution, but it buys time for this guy to sack up and pull a lever.
Am I the only one who, like, you can explain something to me, but if it just generally does not make sense in my head, I just don't care about your explanation. So when things pile up like that, like on your body, don't judge me. Can you just, I mean, I guess because grain, your hand will sink in, but if it's flat and no, like, whatever, I don't care. Don't judge me for that dumb comment or
Trapped in
question.
the grain and unable to move, a pitchfork flies down, inches away from them.
Right.
This just
So
got
can
a lot
they
more
just-
interesting. Saw blades and knives begin raining down,
Forget it.
one of them falling right to his
Ooh.
shoulder. And they really don't have much to work with here. But every weapon that misses them is an object they can use to protect themselves. The screams
what
of
do you
pain
mean?
overwhelm him with guilt, and he pulls the lever. His leg gets sliced, the silo doors burst, and the exit swings open, leading to the next room. This was one leg short of a miracle.
I'm gonna cut this here because it's kind of long, 15 minutes, and you guys know I pause and I talk. And I'm not sure, like I said before in my other videos, I'm not sure how you guys feel about long videos coming from me. So if you guys want to see part 2 to this, let me know. Or if you guys want to check it out for yourselves, I'll put it down. I'll put the link down in the description box below so you guys can check out the full video yourselves. Or if you guys want to see it with me, you let me know down in the comment section below which one you guys prefer. And yeah, if you guys enjoy this kind of content, I'm more than happy to react to more of How Would You Survive, or whatever other series this person has. And please go show love to this person because it's honestly a great video. And let's just keep in mind that the only reason why I feel like you're able to, logically think of this because you're not in that situation, but we all know this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you guys thought or what you guys want me to react to next down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.